a 2, a 3, a 4.
We are Movie Menu Reviews. Welcome to the podcast level. On today's menu, we'll be reviewing Jumanji: The Next Level. Welcome, ladies and gents. I'm Dan the Man Muñoz, host of Movie Menu Reviews, your weekly movie news and reviews podcast. Live on Facebook. Live.
Yes.
Live. As opposed to being dead, which is what
Dead.
I feel like right now.
Dead.
Well,
On today's episode, I'm joined by senior panelist and co-host Z.
hey,
Welcome back.
thank you. It's been a very rough week with a cold and migraines and all the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yes.
Also here, who's part of the good stuff, is our co-host Mike Stan.
Thank you.
Did you mean good stuff? I mean, like you're like drugs.
Did you ever? Oh, gosh. Did you ever see the movie The Stuff, where
No.
where they just start eating weird white stuff out of the ground?
I think
and
you're
they become
making this
monsters?
up. I don't think this is actually a movie.
I hope it gets
I
remade.
think it's a documentary that you took part in where you ate a bunch of stuff.
Was this a found footage that you just found in your living room and you were like, this must be a real movie?
It was. Thank you.
Okay.
Speaking of real movies, we have quite a few trailers to go over today.
Yes.
First up being the second trailer for Top Gun Maverick. So what do you guys think about the new trailer starring Tom Cruise, the sequel to Top Gun Maverick? What do you guys think?
I think that silence is everything we need to know. Why did we need this?
Okay, I think it looks great. I
does.
think the cinematography is amazing.
Absolutely.
I think the stunt work is going to be awesome to watch.
Yes.
And I am actually looking forward to watching
If
it.
you want the dogfights, I think it looks like it's going to bring some interesting.
It has a pretty good cast.
They kind of give away some stuff. They're like, someone's going to die.
Right. Well,
you
somebody
know.
always dies. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of like the deal, right? It's like if people are
We get our first glimpse at Miles Teller.
yeah, with the mustache, with
yeah.
the porn stash, it looks really
Yeah.
weird on him.
Supposedly
It's
he's
the goose stash.
Yeah, he's the son of Goose, apparently.
What
That's
that son
who
of a
he's-
goose.
Yeah.
That's who he's
Yeah,
playing,
nice.
I think.
Oh, that guy.
So I think it looks good.
I think it looks boring, but I'm willing.
Boring. The
Yeah.
cinematography is pretty amazing.
Well, and
And I'm not even like a huge Top Gun fan. I'm just like, I
yeah.
think just visually itself, it's going to be a nice visual film.
well, sure, absolutely. And this is directed by Joseph Kosinski, and you know, just to relate back to what you're just saying, he has directed movies that are very pretty to look at, but with very minimal context. And that's what I mean. It's like, it looks pretty. Do I want to watch it? Sure, but am I going to really enjoy it? Nah, I don't think I am.
I think you will.
I want to see. I want Tom Cruise to go back to making the movies that he enjoys making versus the movies that make him money. And I think this is the movie that's going to make him money.
I think he enjoyed doing this. He fought to do this. So
Well,
I think he wants to do this.
He also couldn't walk. So I mean, like, let's face it. This is a movie where he sits down a whole lot.
This is like I think one of the roles that put him on the map.
It
So,
is absolutely.
You know, so it's not only a nostalgia piece for the fans, but of course for him as well as an actor.
Yeah,
So
I just want him to go back to making very slapstick movies with intense action.
okay.
That's what I want him to go back to doing.
That's exactly what this is.
This doesn't look like that at all. This looks serious. I don't want him to do that. I think he found his niche in like making like the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, okay.
And I think that like, and even at that, like, I want to see I want to see a sequel for Edge of Tomorrow. Like,
Yeah,
can you
that'd be
get?
great.
Damn
Sure.
it, like Tom, like we
Maybe-
like you when you do the good stuff.
All right,
Like,
a positive perspective on this. Maybe this somehow gets the funding for Edge of Tomorrow
I
Part
hope
2.
so.
So
Yeah, live, die, repeat again.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be I don't know.
yeah, what it was originally going to be called, right? I know,
Yeah.
but we're going on a tangent.
Yeah,
here,
we are,
but-
we are.
But yeah, you know, I think Top Gun will be a fun watch. I agree with Dan.
Another fun watch, I think, that was going to go on. Sorry to cut you off, Mike, but to move on to the next trailer
go ahead.
Sure.
is In the Heights, which is based on the Broadway best musical, Tony Award-winning musical In the Heights. It was created by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who you know as Hamilton fame.
Okay.
And it was one of the musicals that wasn't so much a musical where it was just all singing. There was rapping as well involved. There was like
So this is before Hamilton?
This is before Hamilton.
Gotcha,
yeah.
okay.
This is the one that put
Lin-Manuel
on the map, and
Gotcha.
then Hamilton just like he
blew
exploded.
him up. Okay.
But there's different types of genre of music in there. It's all set in Washington Heights in New York, and I think it's one of my favorite musicals, and I'm really excited to see it.
Have you seen it in Broadway?
Yeah, not Broadway, but I've seen the stage version of it.
Okay, all right.
Great.
You know what? I'm just going to take your enthusiasm and keep my opinion to myself because Mike, I don't know. Were you?
Your opinion is probably similar to mine.
Yeah,
Where
okay.
like I feel like this movie's not made for me.
Exactly. It's just not for us. Yeah.
That's unfortunate because like this is a movie that I think you guys should go support.
Yeah.
What's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna be frustrated and still see it, and then I'll probably like it way more than I expected I would.
But see, thematically, I feel like I'm going to enjoy it because it looks like it's got a really good, solid ideas behind it. But the singing is going to keep me away from the cinema.
I think you're going to enjoy the songs because it's not the typical singing that you would in normal Broadway.
Are they singing?
It's rapping.
Then I'm going to get bored. Yeah, that's
I think you are selling yourself short that you actually will be entertained while you're watching this movie.
I'm telling you,
this musical itself it's super going to be hard for you not to relate to a character in this film.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
See it. No, but I'm saying that you're gonna. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it
I think
more than you think.
You're setting my attention span a little higher.
I
should go lower.
I appreciate how much Dan is defending.
He really wants us to watch it, and I'll watch it.
Well, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna review it.
Yeah,
it's in the summertime, so it's already a given.
I guess
it's directed by John Chu as well, who did Crazy Rich Asians.
Right,
that's true.
If you guys enjoyed
it
that
does
film,
look beautiful. It looks beautiful, but that's part of the reason why I don't want to watch it.
That's a very weird
I
reason
know.
not to watch something.
I know.
It's gonna be like?
I think what I'm saying is that just because it's a musical, quote unquote, a musical, I don't think you guys should write it off. I think that's unfair because this is not a typical musical as a comparison to like I don't know, like Oklahoma or some like classic musical or Phantom of the Opera. This is its own genre within the musical.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think you shouldn't sell it short.
Okay, but
I don't think it's fair.
Can
to
we make that judgment next week after we watch Cats? Because I feel like I'm going to be put off.
You can't. This is nothing like Cats. Do not even try to compare this.
Okay, good.
The next trailer review is Free Guy, starring Ryan Reynolds. What did you guys think about this film?
It reminds me a lot of like a live action version of Wreck-It Ralph.
Good job.
I think
that's
exactly
right.
what I thought too.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where they're drawing from. I think that adding Ryan Reynolds was a smart idea. It's interesting because this is Ryan Reynolds' second comic. This is his second video game movie.
This is very much though like damn it. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, but
Deadpool? Very much like Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool. Thank you. It's
How
very
can you
much
forget Deadpool, man? But yeah, I think and I feel like in some respects that's drawing me away from certain movies with Ryan Reynolds now, is because now every movie he is Deadpool. He just released this new movie called Six Underground, and watching it was like watching Deadpool, but not as good.
So he's
kind of like a Michael Bay film, no?
It was a Michael Bay, also terrible because Michael Bay film. But like just overall, I kind of need him to do something different, because now he's kind of putting himself in this little box.
Yeah, he's kind of milking that box right now.
He really is. And now I love Ryan Reynolds. I love Deadpool, but I do feel like this movie might be going a little too much. But maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's actually a good breath of fresh air. It's being released on what, Friday, the July 4th?
July 3rd, but that 4th of July weekend.
Which means that they believe that this movie is going to kill, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
That's a very I don't know. That's a strange statement to make.
Well, it's because Dan's upset about us.
No, I'm just saying good for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Why is that a strange? That's not a strange comment.
It seems like a. I don't know. It seems like you don't have faith in it, is what I mean.
No, it looks fun. It looks like a fun film.
Yeah, it's also written and directed by a bunch of really, really decent, talented people.
The writer is not so much.
The writer, not so much. You're right. I just saw
the
that.
director, he's directed some hits and misses. So,
Yes.
But I'm glad to see Jodie Comer in there from Killing Eve.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi as well. He's so funny.
I mean, has he stopped making anything bad at this point? Like, he needs to stop. He's so good in everything.
He is.
So this same director is also going to be doing Starman. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that before.
The
80s
film?
Yeah, this is...
and the writer of that movie is going to do Short Circuit. So it's like they're bringing the 80s back with these two people.
Yeah. But I'm a little worried. But
yeah, speaking of
80s bringing back.
Nice segue, Dan.
Thank you.
Is the last trailer review will be for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, this film is written and directed by, directed by Jason Reitman.
Yes.
Who is the son of the other Reitman.
Yes.
that originally directed the film. Now, Dan Aykroyd is based on the characters created by Dan Aykroyd and whatnot. But what do you guys think about this new interpretation of Ghostbusters Afterlife?
So have we shuffled off with the female cast now? Is that dead? Okay.
Which is for me, that's very unfortunate because
It is.
I did enjoy that Ghostbuster with Paul Feig.
I had mixed feelings about it, but it's not because it was an all-female cast.
Yeah, it is, Mike. You
No, it is not. It is not.
You
You
bigot,
sexist bastard.
asshole.
No, it's just that I just didn't think it was that great of a movie. This is the
I
Ghostbusters.
really enjoyed it.
I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but this new Ghostbusters
I
film
don't think you are.
And watch it all you want. I don't care. I just won't watch it again with you. But this one, this is the Ghostbusters I was hoping for.
Really?
Well, I will actually.
This is not the Ghostbusters I was hoping for.
I
It's
will
very
actually,
generic.
No.
And
Really?
paint by numbers. Yeah.
Hold on. No,
Yes.
I would say rewatch the trailer because it's
No,
very.
I've seen the trailer many times.
It's very interesting in the way that it's shot and that it's filmed because it actually reminds me a little bit of The Exorcist. It has a little bit of an Exorcist shoots in there, and I think that's interesting. Like I'm hoping that this is going to be similar to Paradise Island, where they really go for it and make it into a darker film. I doubt it because it's a PG-13 property, but I think the one thing that I really was upset about with the new Ghostbusters with the all female cast is that it really did try its best to be horror, but be more one-upped by being comedy. Like the whole Marvel formula was there, and it was that's what really made it a disservice for me. So it looks like by making this about the children, it has a little bit of a horror element to it that I'm not sure that Jason Reitman can pull off because that guy does a lot of Lifetime movies. We all remember Labor Day.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay. So I'm hoping that it is a throwback and that he can actually pull off a horror movie that has elements of the Ghostbusters. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch a good horror movie with these characters because that's cool.
It doesn't really show much of that in the trailer that you're explaining that you're hoping to watch.
I know.
Which is why for me, like this film,
It's a very
I'll
moody
watch it.
trailer.
It's a very generic trailer, in my opinion. It's paint by numbers.
But you know what? It's Jason Reitman, so you have a point. I'm just saying you're
the fact
right.
that Finn Wolfhard is in there. I mean, they Stranger Things.
You
they
know,
had the
yeah,
whole
you
thing
know,
with
yeah,
this Ghostbusters
yeah, exactly.
like costume from Stranger Things. I'm like, I don't know.
They
I
do-
was hoping that it would be, I don't know, a little more diversity in there as well.
That's
That'd be
true.
Great.
That's true.
So for me, I'm just a little disappointed, but I guess this is what we get. So.
I think that I'm looking forward to it. I'm just not excited about it. But you're right. It is paint by numbers. That's Jason Reitman's wheelhouse.
I am excited for it.
I
And let's see how much it breaks my heart.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Will that be one of your most anticipated films? No, because you'll actually watch this one.
You know, to be fair, I did watch Parasite.
Hey, good job, man.
Yeah, I forced you to watch it.
No, you didn't. You would not have. You would have not have needed to force me to watch that.
I saw it like 2 or 3 weeks before you did.
I know, but I was still. It was
I
like
kept on telling you, Mike, watch it. Watch it.
It was an event for me to see it because I had really wanted to see it ever since I saw that it was going to be coming out. So,
Okay.
Which I think can segue to.
No, you've ruined it. You totally ruined it. Yeah, totally ruined it. Yeah.
But speaking of ruining things,
Yes.
the Golden Globe Awards
Yay.
nominations were announced. So Hollywood Foreign Press Association just came out with the nominations for the 2020 Golden Globe
Hold on.
Awards.
This is going to be the last time Ricky Gervais is going to host this, right?
I don't know.
I think that's what they said, and I'm really looking forward to it because he shits on everybody, so it's going to be fun to watch.
So these are the nominations for. We're just going to cover the film aspects.
Yes.
So the first up is Best Motion Picture Drama. The nominations for that is 1917, The Irishman, Joker, Marriage Story, The Two Popes.
That's so interesting.
It's
If you
super
guys-
interesting.
If you guys have to pick which one.
I
Now, I've only seen 2 out of
I'm
the 5.
not going to pick yet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick yet. But
I haven't seen any others.
what's
yet.
interesting about it is just how much Netflix is in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
think
true,
that's
too.
the key thing. You have Marriage Story, The Two Popes, and The Irishman. as leading contenders in an award ceremony.
And the two popes hasn't even come out yet either.
Nope, it comes out. It comes out the Friday before Christmas.
Yeah, so that's within the scope of the most nominations. But it's just so interesting that they are muscling in so damn hard. Yeah. Now that just means that they're putting a lot of money at people.
Even though I haven't seen it, I'm rooting for 1917.
Sure.
Best performance by an actress in a motion picture drama.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan for Little Women, Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger for Judy.
Yeah.
Any predictions?
Not yet. I want to withhold my opinion until I watch all these.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised if Saoirse Ronan won.
I would want
Renee Zellweger actually probably might win.
I'm going to say probably Cynthia Erivo.
I enjoyed Harriet, but I don't think...
You don't think so?
I don't think she's going to
Okay.
win. Best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama. Christian Bale, Ford v Ferrari. Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory. Adam Driver for Marriage Story. Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Jonathan Pryce for the Two Popes.
The Two Poops, yes.
Exactly.
It's going to come out eventually.
Every time.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is going to get this
We
one.
want him to win, but we will see.
Yeah. Well, that's what the predictions are.
I know.
See.
Well, except again, I haven't seen all these movies. I don't want to say, but yes, you're right. Who has the most money behind it right now?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, if I make the wrong choice, I'm gonna just make a choice.
Okay. So, by the way, if anybody knows anything about the Golden Globes, it's run by money. So it's whoever bribes the most people. Currently, it really is.
No. It's not just who bribes. It's who they want to party with. Mostly, it's not
true.
So the celebrity they want to come to their award ceremony, not so much.
Yeah, but also bribery is involved.
This is not like don't. A lot of people don't take this award ceremony seriously because this is not like a president.
They know who's going to win
for
beforehand.
the Oscars.
Yeah, they know who's going to win beforehand.
I mean, the Taurus was nominated for God's sake.
Yeah, I want Joaquin Phoenix to win.
Speaking of Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy,
yes.
Dolomite Is My Name was nominated.
Yes.
Jojo Rabbit, Knives Out, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rocketman. Now, we've seen all these movies.
Yeah. You have.
And
yeah.
You didn't see Jojo Rabbit?
I haven't seen Jojo yet. Or Knives Out.
Which one would you pick, Mike?
I would pick Jojo Rabbit.
I would say Rocketman. I think Rocketman was quite...
Rocketman was... They're all... Yeah,
these are all really solid movies.
Yeah, I agree.
I would pick Jojo Rabbit too. I would like Jojo Rabbit to win.
I suspect Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will probably maybe take it.
Yeah,
I know Quentin Tarantino's a favorite.
I feel like,
but I don't know.
I feel like Rocketman had the most the most time to build up, and it got so many good reviews. I think it's got enough of a distance between all these other movies to actually get a little bit more headway.
I wouldn't be mad if Rocketman won, though. It was a great film as well.
Movie. Yeah.
I'd be mad. No, I'm just kidding. The best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy: Ana de Armas for Knives Out, Awkwafina, The Farewell, Cate Blanchett, Where You Go, Bernadette, which is odd that's nominated, Beanie Feldstein for Booksmart, and Emma Thompson for Late Night.
Once again, this is all money here.
No,
Late Night wasn't that.
It was amazing. It
great.
Was
it wasn't that great.
It was,
and
it was good. I really enjoyed it.
It was
great.
Really, I watched it. It was just okay.
No, it was pretty good.
And I had a different experience.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And here's a question: does she get a supporting nomination? I forget
Mindy Kaling.
Mindy,
yeah. Did she get one?
No.
I don't think she does.
There you go. That's your answer right there. So that is all
That's
money.
Not the answer at all.
But
that's how all the films nominations are. What are you talking about?
I like
making no sense.
I like how Z starts it off saying it's all money.
It's all money. No, it's all money. It's all money. It's all
because Mindy Kaling didn't get nominated for. No,
absolutely.
No, not at all.
That movie was about her, and it give it to Emma Thompson instead. Anyways, I know we're just arguing because of silliness, but it's like this. That's ridiculous.
Best performance by an actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy: Daniel Craig, Knives Out; Roman Griffin Davis, Jojo Rabbit; Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood; Taron Egerton for Rocketman; Eddie Murphy, Dolomite Is My Name. Who would you guys think would win that one? Probably
Leo. I think Leo.
Maybe Leo. I kind of want Roman Griffin Davis to win.
Yeah, he was a kid in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd
be interesting if he won it.
It
would be. I don't know. I think Taron Egerton.
Yeah, he was really good. He was amazing in that. So
he was fantastic.
Yeah. Best motion picture animated.
Great.
Frozen 2, How to Train Your Dragons, The Hidden World, The Lion King, which is interesting.
Right.
Missing Link.
Not an animation.
And Toy Story 4.
Missing Link.
And
I
the funny
haven't
thing
seen
is that Disney did not submit this film for the animated category.
Really?
They
The
just put it
Hollywood
in
Foreign
there.
Press Association just put it in there.
But
Wow.
which one?
The Lion King.
Oh.
Yeah,
Which
that's
was-
interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I think it's going to go to Toy Story 4.
I
agree.
would want it to go to Toy Story.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't seen the Missing Link yet.
I heard
but-
it's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best Motion Picture Foreign Language, The Farewell, which is from the USA.
Okay.
Les Miserables, France. Pain and Glory from Spain. Parasite, South Korea. And Portrait of a Lady on Fire from France. I think Parasite is the winner.
Yeah, I haven't seen the others yet, but I'm happy to catch. I'm happy.
You haven't seen The Farewell yet?
Yeah, actually,
you
yeah,
did.
I did
Yeah.
see The Farewell, which was heartwarming film.
Yeah,
as well.
I just
I
watched
really
it.
enjoyed
Yeah,
that
it was
too.
really good.
Yeah, it's interesting for it to be categorized as
Well,
as foreign film, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
though,
it was
because
a
is-
half Chinese production.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in any motion picture. Kathy Bates, Richard Jewell. Annette Bening, The Report. Laura Dern, Marriage
Oh,
Story.
she was good in that.
Jennifer Lopez,
Damn.
Hustlers. Margot Robbie, Bombshell.
Okay, have you guys watched The Report yet?
No.
That's on Amazon Prime, I think. That was a solid movie. She did a really good job of playing a real life senator. But I would say Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
She was fantastic in that movie. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
haven't seen Hustlers. Yet,
Oh,
so,
she
yeah,
was
haven't
so
seen it.
amazing. She put on so much
Okay.
muscle, and she
Yeah,
looks.
she's kind of a badass. Too.
She does a great job. Good acting overall.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna watch all these anyways.
Yes.
Right.
Also, same here. Yeah.
Best performance by an actor in a supporting role in any motion picture. Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, The Two Popes. Al Pacino, The Irishman. Joe Pesci, The Irishman. Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You had a commentary on this, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. So Al Pacino and Joe Pesci both got nominated for Best Supporting, but Robert De Niro did not get nominated for Best Actor.
That is interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to go to the older dudes in this one.
Well, they're all older dudes.
Well,
They're all 50 plus.
I'm going to say that. Oh, that's true. Brad Pitt is. I would say Joe Pesci's probably going to get this one.
I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Pesci.
I would
gets
be
this
happy if he did.
one. But you don't think Tom Hanks has a chance?
I don't think he did enough of a. He was great, but I don't think he did enough.
Not
in that
enough.
movie.
Not enough screen time.
Not enough screen time. We talked about this in the
Yeah.
review.
He was fantastic,
He was
but
great.
yeah, yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Brad Pitt gets it as well.
I mean, he was fun to watch and
He
Once Upon a
was.
Time
Yeah.
in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
All right. Best Director Motion Picture. Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. Sam Mendes, 1917. Todd Phillips, Joker. Martin Scorsese, The Irishman. Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What do you guys think about this list? What do you think about this list not having any female directors?
Oh yeah, good point.
yeah.
I would want Todd Phillips to win this just so he can rub it in Scorsese's face. But I think Sam Mendes is going to get it.
I think Bong Joon-ho is going to get it.
You think so?
For Parasite?
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Who would you think?
I would say I mean I can tell you who I'm hoping for. I don't know who's
Go
going
for
to
it.
take it.
Well, we're not
saying
making,
None
like,
of us
yeah.
know who's going to win.
We're not
yeah,
making
yeah,
bets to punch you in the face. We're not doing any of that. We're just simply saying
not this year. Okay,
not this
good.
not this one, not this award.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Oscars.
for
It's
the
for the
Oscars.
Oscars. Yeah.
Okay, either Todd Phillips or Bong Joon-ho.
Okay, cool.
This is what I'm hoping for.
All right.
Best Screenplay Motion Picture. Norman Baumbach for Marriage Story. Bong Joon-ho, Han Jin-won for Parasite. Anthony McCartan for The Two Popes. Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And Steve Zalian for The Irishman.
Yeah, I've got nothing on this one. I'm probably going to say...
I think Noah Baumbach is going to win for this one for Marriage Story.
Okay, cool. I'll get it to you. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm looking at that's a
Oh, you
thank
haven't seen it?
No. That was sick last week. But it looks interesting.
No, but I figure you just watched it on your own.
No. But yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Mike?
I'm not sure. All right,
You've
I'll
watched-
commit. Marriage Story.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, and those are the nominations that we're going to go over. We'll see who wins for the Golden Globes.
And tune in to watch a bunch of rich actors get very drunk.
Very, very drunk.
It is quite an enjoyable ceremony.
So let's go ahead and move on to the actual review for the film.
Movie menu.
All right, Z, since I did see this film,
Yes.
I'm going to toss the host news over to you.
Thank you. So the movie we're reviewing is Jumanji: The Next Level, directed by Jake Kasdan, written by Jake Kasdan and Jeff Pinkner, and several other writers, starring Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, Awkwafina, Danny DeVito, and Danny Glover. Thank you. I always get those two confused. They are related. Here's the plot. In Jumanji, The Next Level, the gang is back, but the game has changed. As they return to rescue one of their own, the players will have to brave parts unknown, from arid deserts to snowy mountains, to escape the world's most dangerous game. Okay. So depending on your spoiler-free review, we're going to decide whether this movie is worth the dine-in, watch it in theaters, or take out, watch it at home, or leftovers. Just, what do you guys think? Just
Stay home and play video games?
Stay home and play Mortal Kombat instead. So this is a movie that is a sequel to a sequel that nobody wanted. Rate this film.
That's a funny way to set that up.
You're welcome.
Wait,
Yeah.
you left out the fact that the remake was actually much better than
Not a
expected.
remake. It was not a remake.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. A reboot.
No,
Not a reboot
It's
either.
a sequel.
It's a
That's
continuation.
It is a continuation
I guess.
because it
Is
is
it,
telling
though?
the story of the game. I know it's really stupid.
No, but
that's what it is.
They talk about Alan from the first movie
Okay.
in the second one, so it's canon.
Okay. Yeah, but what would you call it, though?
A continuation.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
Well,
it's-
and I think that's first of all, give me your rating.
I mean, I don't know where we're getting hung up on what
Yeah,
we were
give
calling
me
it.
your rating.
I'll just say an unofficial reboot. Unofficially.
No.
We'll get to it, Mike.
Because
We'll
it's
get
a
to Mike.
reboot. That's really what it is.
Rate this
It's
film.
a continuation.
Dining.
Thank you, Dan.
I'm gonna go with the dine-in as well.
Okay.
Not so much
I-
enthusiastically, but
I like your reluctance.
Was it less fun than the first movie?
I think what the second film, you didn't know what you were getting with these characters, and there were some really nice surprises and fun moments in there.
Sure, yeah.
So to recapture that in this film, I think you go in expecting more, especially since you have a film called The Next Level.
I was going to
You
say it's
think
called The
they-
Next Level. Yeah.
Do you think they'd step it up even more of a level in that? I think it's on the same par as the second one, and it doesn't outdo itself. It's fun.
It's just more of the same.
Yeah, there are some moments that I did find were really cool in the sense like I kind of feared for the characters a little bit more than I did in the second one, but I wanted more.
You fear for the first from the first one?
No,
There was no fear whatsoever for me. Like I was like, they're all going to live. There's no
right, but I wanted more fun in this one, I guess.
Okay, that sounds good. Mike, did this movie live up to the first one, or was it just the same as Dan saying?
I agree with Dan that it was on par with technically the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No,
Yes.
that's okay. And I think that that's a good thing. And I think if you approach this film with low expectations in the same way you did with the second, then I think you'll find more enjoyment in it.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's because it being called The Next Level, I was hoping they would ramp it up more.
And
sure,
I think-
absolutely. And that's usually what you want to do for the sequel, right? You want to make it bigger. Now, usually you want to do that for the second movie in the series, but it gets very confusing because this is the third one in the series, with the second one being the second one to the original that was a reboot. It gets so confusing.
It sounds like a mixture of never mind.
So no, yeah, go for it. Say it.
No.
Well,
I wanna know.
Let me just simply say this. So the argument we're having about whether or not this movie is what it is, and for me, when I'm looking at the writers, and this is something I want to mention ahead of time, is written by Chris McKenna, Jeff Pinkner, Scott Rosenberg, and Jake Kasdan, who's the director. But the director always gets writing credits because he has to do the edits, so he ends up getting a writing credit.
And also he also directed the Welcome to the Jungle.
He did. Thank you. I was going to say the original. But what I'm seeing is that they're the same writers as the original, which means, and this movie was turned over within 2 years?
Wait, not the writers of the original Jumanji, or
the yes.
It's gonna be like Who's on First.
It's exactly like that. So this movie is thematically for me like a TV show just on screen. So would you guys agree that this movie is something similar to say a television series that just has a really great cast?
No, only because they have. So we introduced, or you talk about the main cast that's in the film that are the avatars. But we don't talk about the teenagers or the.
They're no longer teenagers.
Yeah, I guess the young adults.
Now they're college
students.
Okay.
Now, what leads us into this film is the story with those college students who have created this bond from what they've gone through in the second film.
Sure.
Welcome to the Jungle. And I could have gone with less of that. I don't know.
Say more. What do you mean?
Well, the storylines that they used for the college students were to come back and then going in back into this world was kind of like unfulfilling.
What?
Really?
Okay, set the premise up. What happens at the very beginning? What leads to the game starting again?
So it's like Christmas break, right? Like Christmas vacation.
Sure. Yeah.
And so everyone's traveling back, but the main guy from the first one, Alex Wolff. Sorry,
played by his character Spencer.
Spencer. Yeah.
He's like having a hard time in New York. They don't really go over a lot of stuff though. He's just having a hard time.
There's no character development at all.
I have to say that I felt like Alex Wolff actually stepped up. I felt like there was a step up in acting.
Okay.
For him, and and thinking about the other films he had been in since, even though his scenes were
you just love him because he was in Hereditary.
I was gonna say but that's fine because he was great in Hereditary.
Yeah, I think he actually plays the role very serious in the beginning.
Literally only 5 minutes.
It's so short, but I felt like it explains so much.
I wanted more.
He gives facial expressions, and it's okay. You see him struggling with a suitcase.
But we never really dive into the psyche of that, of what he's been doing. Because the whole thing is he had this experience being The Rock, and having no fear, and having be this badass person.
Don't forget being extremely hot.
Yeah, it's really hot.
I mean, it's and it has to be stated.
He goes back to his own body, and now he's having this
into a nerd body,
right? And he's having this
post traumatic.
Well,
I think Rock syndrome.
He misses being The Rock because that's who he
don't
felt
we all?
Define himself.
I think we all miss being The Rock.
But it's
I don't know. I disagree with Dan there, where I feel like they explained a lot in such a tiny amount of time. Where and I felt like it was great because it lets us get into the fun a lot quicker. But in those moments, we see a college student who's just having a rough time transitioning into the college life.
Whiplash.
Not so much like Whiplash, but just he's having trouble readjusting. Okay. Where he's kind of now the nerd kid in this new place, and he's just struggling making friends. He's away from his friends. He's in New York on his own.
Okay. So you would get upset. Okay, so they really covered depression, but they don't say it's depression or do anything with depression at all.
That is very upsetting.
And it's okay. So I didn't want to go there, but yeah. So basically, he's depressed, but they don't ever really talk about it or really dive deep into what he's the trauma that he's been through and all this stuff.
Which is probably because this movie's not that kind of movie, right?
It's not.
It's not, and they do kind of and I think that was the charm of the second film is that it's viewed the answers themselves are viewed through the kids' perspectives. When you see their conversations of them trying to figure out life, you don't hear the writer's voice. It sounds like high school kids in the second one. So in the college, in this one, I feel like it's more of that same tone where they're still trying to figure out life. And
but Bethany and then Fridge and their lives are perfect. There's nothing going wrong with their lives at all, and it's just Alex Wolff, the one kid who's dealing with this.
But
as opposed to them and they're not even that worried about him so much.
Well, I think or
them trying to be like a tight knit crew.
But I feel like that's actually the premise of this film, which I think does resolve by the end. But I don't want to spoil it.
No, that's fine.
Or wrap that up. But they do wrap that up, and I agree with Dan that it's not in depth or anything. But
it's just very weak. But that's not what the movie you're getting into, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not. And I
but
feel
then why show it?
I agree. I have questions about that too.
Just start they go in the game, I would have liked it if Dan DeVito and Danny Glover would have gone in the game, and the kids are fuck, they're in the game. Now we gotta go get them out because they have no idea what they're doing.
I was gonna ask.
That would be a fun film to watch.
So Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. Tell me more about them. How do they do in this movie? I'm assuming they're in it for 5 minutes and then
no. Well, yeah, I guess technically, yeah. Right. The Rock does does a really good job at playing Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
and then Kevin Hart does a good job playing Danny
All right,
Glover.
so that's I think that's the reason why we go watch this movie, right? Is to see the weird. I don't even know what to call it.
Which is the avatars.
Impressions?
The avatars.
Are they?
Yeah,
these are impressions.
They
right?
are impressions.
They are impressions, yes.
Yeah, so
and
we
it's
go
fun.
watch it, and
fun.
how do they work? I did see the trailer that somebody's a horse. Was that great?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what does this movie work on the comedy front?
I for the most, it's enjoyable.
It's fun.
I wouldn't say it's
fun.
always like it's not always like laugh out loud hilarious, but it's in general I enjoyed it.
I mean, they
It
do
was
bring
fun.
out a lot of like easy cop out stuff, but I mean, it works in the film in the world. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's like cheats. Like if you're in a video game, like you
Yeah.
find these cheat stuff, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
to experience.
I think this film could have been edited. I think there are moments where they kind of like there are some scenes where they're just there like to move the plot along. These things need to happen for like certain actors to do specific things later. That's
But
all.
what I do like is that there is no time wasted, which is not a spoiler, I don't think. But there's no time wasted for the first person to die, like lose their first life.
Well, that's kind of how it was in the first movie,
But
too,
then,
or
like
second movie.
you start to count and like, oh my god, these people, like everyone, like, how many lives do they have left?
Well, I mean, it's
like,
Danny DeVito. I'm assuming he gets killed off really quickly.
no one to say, but then you start realizing like, oh wow, some of them don't have any like much lives left.
Okay.
like so that part I did like because
You felt like it was a lot more threatening than the first one?
right.
So tell me about Jumanji. So like the game, it got broken and now it is
Well,
the
no,
same game
yeah.
or is it different?
So they, in the second film, Welcome to the Jungle, they smashed the cartridge at
Yeah.
the end. Well, Alex Wolf's character Spencer gets it. He goes back and he fixes it because he wants to relive being the Rock again.
Sure.
And
I would too.
and so they end up going to not the jungle anymore. They go to different parts of the world, I guess you can say.
Okay.
There's like in the trailer you see they're in the desert. So there's a desert area.
Do you
which
feel
is
like
a fun scene.
do they explore that at all? Like the whole video game world and just like what Jumanji
They
might
do
be?
cover more ground in
Okay.
this film than they did in the first one because they also go in snow.
Yeah, there's more scenery.
There's more scenery.
But it feels like there's. I don't know if you feel the same, Dan, but it felt like there was like less video game gags. I guess.
Yeah,
Less
I guess-
NPCs.
But
yeah.
But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut off.
That's okay. Go on.
Okay, yeah, but there are like funny moments too where it's kind of like when you're playing a video game and characters are kind of like making these like the computer characters are making these
NPCs,
obvious
yeah.
they're making these terrible observations of like assuming one character is a completely different character. I enjoyed that.
I was
thought
going to
that
ask, the
was fun.
one thing that I really disliked about the first movie was the bad guy. Does this movie give you an antagonist that you are actually feeling might be less campy, I guess is the word. That's what I hated about the first one. He was really campy in the first one.
This,
The villain's like it's kind of the same.
Same,
just
same
as
thing.
campy,
Same
yeah,
thing. Who
yeah.
who plays the villain in this?
I'm
I'm trying to
Rory McCann. I think.
Oh, really? The Hound from Game of Thrones.
Oh, was it really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I did not recognize him at all
Okay. Right on.
as the Hound.
All right. Well, there you go. So, cool. Anything else? I'm trying to struggle here to see if like what. I mean,
So they do expand like we get introduced to a new playable character.
Okay.
In this.
the horse.
Actually, I guess we get introduced to two playable characters.
yeah.
If you include the horse and Ming's character.
Yeah.
which-
By Aquafina.
Right,
Awkwafina,
played by
yeah.
Awkwafina, which I kind of almost didn't even want to say because when I went in to watch this, I didn't even realize Awkwafina was in this movie.
Yeah, me neither.
and
okay.
she was such a pleasant addition to the
Yeah,
show.
it was
Okay.
a fun surprise for sure.
I think Awkwafina was what really made me have this be a dine-in.
Okay. Was she better than the Oceans movie?
She's. I think she's always great.
Yeah.
No matter what she does.
I do like her.
But
I just didn't like her in that
But
movie.
she does different impressions as well in this, and I
Oh.
like the impressions that she does. I'm not gonna say who she plays.
Okay.
But it's fun.
But it's
yeah.
fun. It's
Okay.
a fun film.
Right
Yeah. And earlier, Z, you were asking about how they step it up or how they make it bigger, and I think one of the main decisions they did was in making the cast bigger. So and I think just Danny DeVito, Danny Glover, and Awkwafina are a great addition to this. And
They are.
It makes it really fun.
And the storyline between Danny DeVito and Danny Glover's characters are actually like really heartwarming. It's really nice to watch.
They hate each other, right, at first, or it's like a weird relationship.
They have a history.
They have a history.
Okay.
And that's all we should. That's all we'll say.
That's all you'll say. Okay.
Yeah.
How was? I feel like I want to know how Karen Gillan is. She's one of my favorite.
She's such a badass. In
Okay,
the show.
good. Yeah.
She's so badass. And another cool thing, and you see this in the trailer, so it's not so much a spoiler.
Yeah.
But they have in the first or the second film, I should say, Welcome to the Jungle, when they touch their chest, like it showed their weaknesses and their strengths. Now in this film, they have not totally different weaknesses and strengths, but they have additional stuff that they have to watch out for, but also stuff they can do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is fun to watch.
Oh, okay.
See them with new powers and
Gotcha.
stuff like that.
Now we know Jack Black.
It's hilarious.
Is playing a whole bunch of different characters. He is. I mean, for me, was the standout for the second movie.
He's amazing in this
Okay,
one.
great. All right.
And the sad part is, supposedly, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but this might be his last film or one of his last films because he's retiring from acting.
Oh, really?
yeah, well,
Yeah. So, but if it is, he did a great job.
Yeah, it was great.
So yeah, he plays Fridge and Bethany, of course. From Bethany was from the second one.
Yeah.
Amazing job.
What about Kevin Hart? How's he doing in this one?
I thought he did a great Danny Glover.
He was really good. He was really good. He was really good as Danny Glover.
I saw in an interview he watched a bunch of Lethal Weapon to get Danny Glover. So
Very good.
That was his like inspiration. So
That's exactly what I want to hear.
I'm
too old for this shit.
Yeah. So you totally get that vibe as you're watching it, and he did a great job.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Like I said, there's not much I feel like in this movie that, at least context-wise, like I don't like. Is there a philosophy in this movie?
We have to also mention Nick Jonas' character comes back.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
but is there like anything like that you take out of this movie, or is it just a popcorn film?
I feel like it's a
popcorn film.
It's a popcorn film,
Okay.
but I feel like it does like it gives you tastes of
butter.
Yeah, you get deeper themes in this as well. It doesn't like go
And
deep.
salt.
It doesn't go deep into it, but it just gives you a taste, and I was okay with that. I don't think Dan was like, but I was fine with that.
Okay.
I'm like,
I wish it would just gone straight to the action as opposed to trying to set up this like dramatic thing and then it goes nowhere with it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm with Dan on this one. I kind of feel like, why would you introduce that if you didn't really want to like dive into it?
They do, and I guess without trying to give away too much, it's just they touch on the importance of friendship.
Okay,
that's it.
Great. I'll watch Toy Story. Okay,
Sure.
so the second movie. God, it's so hard. The second movie nearly broke $1 billion. This is why
I don't think this is going to make as much.
I was going to ask, do you guys feel like there's like the setup for a sequel in this? Because you know that they're going to throw money at it.
It made $60 million opening weekend.
Great.
Or I think 60 plus. But I don't think it's going to do as well as the second one.
Why do you think that is?
Only because when the second one came out, people were curious to see what it was, and I think the reviews on this have been decent, but they haven't been as good as the second one.
Okay.
So it might stray people away. And plus, even though when they did the next Welcome to the Jungle and Star Wars came out at the same time, and then Star Wars is coming out again this year with this film, I feel like, because this is the final saga for Star Wars, that's going to take a lot of the box office away.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure that Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, made just a little bit less than Star Wars,
right?
Which is crazy when it first came out. So, and the one thing that really won Jumanji was the fact that it had a lot of good word of mouth. But you're saying that this one's just more the same, and you're just kind of like, whatever.
Well, from what I've also heard from other people's reviews, they've said it's not as good as the second one, but
right.
it's decent.
Sounds good. Any final words? I think I've got my rating, obviously, since it's dine in.
I think the action's great. I think the Avatar cast are amazing as always. Karen Gillan, The Rock, Kevin Hart, which is even like surprising that I'm saying Kevin Hart, and Jack Black have great chemistry together. Dan Glover, Danny DeVito is a great addition, as well as Awkwafina. Mainly, I would say go watch it for Awkwafina. I think she's so fun in this movie.
All right, sounds good. Mike?
I was very happy to see Danny DeVito.
You know, you do love Danny DeVito.
I do love Danny
You
DeVito.
actually...
I may get you those Danny DeVito masks.
Oh.
That would be great. There's a Danny DeVito mask.
Oh, man, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's
No.
creepy as fuck.
It is really creepy, yes. All right, well, I'm going to say that this movie is a dine-in, watch it in theaters. If you get a chance before Star Wars, get your movie in if you can. If not, I am going to go ahead and toss the hosting duties back over to Dan, who is currently looking up how much a Danny DeVito mask costs.
I am.
How much does it cost? Did you see?
It's loading right now.
Okay, it's loading.
They
yeah.
look,
but
they look
I'll go ahead.
great. I found my next Halloween costume. Thank you.
Halloween costume. You need to wear that all the time. What are you talking about?
You're going to sleep with it. You're going to wake up with it. Look at that.
It's very creepy.
That is great.
It's Danny DeVito's head. It's enormous on a woman's body.
On a woman's body. It's great. You just Google Danny DeVito mask.
Yeah, enjoy.
Enjoy. All right. Thank you so much, D, for hosting
You're welcome.
Jumanji, the next level.
Yep.
Thank you, Mike.
Can you please get rid of that screen? I just can't watch. I can't see that. That's very
it's Frank Z's brain.
Cognitive dissonance is exactly what's happening there.
The funny thing is, I clicked X and it didn't go away. It's like so I don't know what's going on.
What is happening there?
You're just like totally teasing the viewers. They're like, "What are they looking at?"
Nothing fun.
If you want to look to see what we're looking at, visit our website, moviemenupodcast.com. I'm just kidding. We're not going to.
Would that be our cover art? Is that going to be cover art? Yeah.
It should.
No, it's absolutely not. You keep worrying about copyright infringement. That is copyright infringement.
Be the cover art.
How about you buy the mask and then that could be our cover art?
Sure.
Okay.
Or at least we know what to get Mike for Christmas.
Yeah,
No, that's not gonna
sure.
happen.
I would love it, Danny.
All right, on that note, that'll do it for us here at Movie Menu Podcast. We say dining and watching in theaters for Jumanji: The Next Level. Let us know what you think of the film. Do you agree, disagree? Comment on our Facebook page or anywhere on our social media. You can also follow us at moviemenupodcast.com, or visit us, I should say, at moviemenupodcast.com. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, our YouTube channel as well. And subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to podcasts. We are most likely there. And subscribe, like, share, and comment, please. Thank you. And we'll be back next week with an all-new episode of Movie Menu Podcast. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you guys later.
2, 3, 4. Scooby-Doo.